Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Strength in English. In this session, we are going to learn critical analysis of the poem The Dolphins, written by Cal and Duffy. The first point is poem of contemporary value. The Dolphins is a poem of protest against the abuse of wildlife. The concern for the wildlife and the conservation of species are serious issues of our times. Dolphins is one among many poems that draws our attention that we need to change our mindset. We should not imprison animals in zoos, parks, aquariums. The poet voices its concern about the loss of freedom for animals like dolphins quite effectively in the poem The Dolphins. She gives her voice to one of the captive dolphins in a water pool in a water park. The plight of the dolphin in the limited space in the pool, its sense of loss of freedom and its feelings of desperation, ennui, and hopelessness make the readers aware of the human apathy towards wildlife and about the need to take essential steps to prevent cruelty towards animals. Here we try to understand the tone of the poem. The tone of the poem is sad and depressing. The dolphins are aware that they have been forcefully trapped and there is no escape from their predicament. In this poem, a depressing tone is used, which is evident from the line, "We are not free and cannot breathe for long." The tone emphasizes that the dolphins have no freedom as their movements are restricted. Moreover, the sadness and emphasis is reflected in the music played. The moon has disappeared. We circle well-worn grooves of water on a single note, music of loss forever from the other's heart, which turns my own to stone. Here we understand the message of the poem. The message of the poem is very clear because the poem does not aim at giving any direct message to the readers. It only records the experience of the dolphins in an artificial atmosphere where they are forced to do some tricks for human entertainment under the threatening presence of their keeper. If there is any message, it is for us to derive. We are exhorted implicitly to do something against the needless confinement of innocent creatures. So therefore, the message of the poem is, let us allow animals to enjoy their freedom in their natural environment. So here we need to understand the title of the poem. As we all know, the title of the poem is The Dolphins. So it is very important to understand, is the title of the poem is appropriate. So here we can understand the title of the poem, The Dolphins, is quite appropriate. The whole poem is about the dolphins entrapped in a pool of a water park. It is written from the perspective of a dolphin who becomes a spokesperson for its kind in voicing its anguish over the loss of its freedom. So therefore we can understand the title of the poem, The Dolphins, is quite appropriate. On the larger scale, a voice of all such animals and birds entrapped by man for entertainment purpose. Throughout the poem, the focus is on the dolphins' plight and the hopelessness of their situation. very important point. Dolphins is a typical modern poem. The poem, written in colloquial style, seems to be simple, but a close reading of the poem shows that some of its lines are quite ambiguous. Like any modern poem, this poem is also open to many interpretations. For instance, the line, "There is a constant flowing guilt." This is considered to be one of the most important lines to understand. There is a constant flowing guilt. There is a constant flowing guilt is quite ambiguous, because the question comes to us, who is guilty? The dolphins or the humans? The dolphins have no reason to feel guilty, while the humans have the reason to feel so, but ironically, they do not. There is ambiguity in these lines too. The other has my shape, the other's movement forms my thoughts and also mine. At first, it is not clear who or what is meant by the other. We can only guess that the other refers to another dolphin in the pool. So therefore we can understand this is a typical modern poem. Students, here we understand critique of speciesism. So first we need to understand, what do we mean by speciesism? Speciesism involves the assignment of different values, rights, or special consideration to individuals solely on the basis of their species membership. The term speciesism was first used in the 1970s to describe discrimination against non-human animals. So how can we contextualize this particular term, speciesism, in this poem, The Dolphins? Carol and Duffy's poem, The Dolphins, aims at criticizing speciesism as a form of oppression by human beings as a species of privilege over other animals. It depicts the plight of dolphins imprisoned in a commercial pool. They are forced by humans to perform tricks for their entertainment on commercial gain. Just because their species are different from humans, they are captured and trained and made to follow orders. The dolphins are non-human animals, and thus they are trapped, captured, transported from their home, and socially isolated from other dolphins, confined and forced to perform. The poem, by revealing the sadness and sufferings of helpless dolphins, criticizes this form of speciesism. Therefore, the poem can be read as a plea to give animals their natural rights and stop classifying them as inferior to humans. I repeat once again, therefore, the poem can be read as a plea to give animals their natural rights and stop classifying them as inferior to humans. So thank you, students. Thank you for watching this video. Understanding the importance of critical appreciation with regard to the poem The Dolphins. So this critical appreciation helped us to understand the objectivity of the poem. So thanks for watching, thanks for learning, thanks for having awareness that the world is created for all beings. Thank you, students. God bless. God bless everyone.